Hi, this is Holly from Fern the Camper, and today we're going to talk about the off-grid option with the One Flex solar panel on top of the HC1 that is currently available from Happier Camper, and which is what we chose when we ordered Fern. So the solar panel, which is a 100-watt panel on the top of the camper, it has 4 different essential outlets that it serves, and those you will see in the breaker box. I will show you in a moment. But ultimately it powers the outside lights, the inside lights on the port side, inside lights on the starboard side, and the plug points towards the front. Okay, here is your solar charge controller, and you might think that these are to do with this, but not directly. So this power on powers these lights up here. Just to make it more confusing, you can actually push them off and on again, but you do need to have your power here done for those lights. And you can dim them as well. That's what these are for. And these are from the solar. So the solar charge controller tells you here that it's currently full, and it can't really take in any more power, even though it could if it needed to, because we've got the sun beating full on that panel, which is above us now. And when we got the trailer, it was nearly full. This was blinking here, and the next day it was definitely fully charged. This charge controller is different than what I'm used to, which is the Yeti, which has the battery and charge controller and inverter all in one. So this doesn't tell me how many watts are coming in with that solar panel. It just tells me that it's got so many volts and that it's currently full and that it's working well. So it is an AGM battery. It's not a lithium battery, and it is not an acid battery. Okay, so I have moved Thorn's bed over a little bit just so you can see where we have the cooler here between your solar plugs and this breaker box. So the breaker box is at the front of the trailer, and this whole area under here needs to be kept clear. So this thing opens up, and inside you have 4 little breakers there, or the fuses. And there you go. So you've got a breaker for the 15. I think these are amps. I'm not an electrician, as you can tell. I don't know what I'm talking about, but from what I understand, this is the breaker for these guys, and the blue are for the solar outputs. And the green up here, the 30s, and this breaker here is for the actual plug-in if you have shore power. And there are some things that work on shore power, but we have the off-grid system with a solar panel on the top. So over here you have the fan. This will kick in if it needs to cool down, and that's the main reason why this whole area needs to be kept clear, which is a little tricky considering that when you're packing the camper, you're meant to keep all of your heavy things in storage towards the front here, just to keep it from swaying and keep the balance a little bit better. But that's what it is. So this is the area you want to keep clear. You can move your modules over. So if you wanted your cooler, if you have a cooler someplace else, and fill one of the regular boxes up, with something a little bit more sturdy, you could do that too. And also you could stack your things on top of here. I'd take the pillows off and stack if I needed to stack there. But that is where the breaker box lives. And yeah, that's the bit that needs to be kept clear. Okay, and so these are the plugs for the solar, and it is just to the right of the cooler box, if that's where you have your cooler box. So pretty much for the Happier Camper, if it's black plug, then it is solar charged if you have the off-grid system. We have USB, 2 USB ports here, and that little light shows me that it is working and good. And then we have your little 12-volt cigarette style plug, which we are going to get some plug-in electric blankets, which we'll plug into there. The white plugs are for shore power. And up here we have voltage is on or off, inverter on or off. And here we've got our traditional 112 or 240 plugs here, and they've put this fabulous sign, 600 watts and under. So you want to make sure that whatever you are using for the solar plugs here is less than 600 watts. That's even on one of the surges. So if it says it works at 600 watts, but then it has a surge of something higher, you wouldn't want to use that because it will cause a problem and things will stop working.